Day. My name is Nick and welcome to the Homebrew Quest. And in this video is going to be a little bit different. The last two I did for this part of the channel was homebrew equipment review, and now I'm actually going to show you how I use it. So today's video is going to be all about my homebrew walkthrough, or my homebrewing workflow, I should say. This part, or the brewing part, was recorded previously, and it was actually my second batch of beer brewed using the new equipment. So I haven't exactly gotten all the kinks worked out. If you have any tips though, please leave them in the comments and I'll be glad to read them and figure out what I can do to make my setup better. But yeah, I brewed 2 beers now and having a blast, loving the equipment. Everything that I talked about in those unboxing videos was true, like the spigots, or the spigots on the fermenter and the kettle work amazing, and I love using it. I wish I gotten these sooner instead of using like a siphon and everything from previously. But yeah, enough about that. This is going to be a little bit of a long video because the brewing portion is a little bit long, and I kind of talked through it on my GoPro instead of doing like a voiceover for it. So you know, buckle up. It's going to be a little long on this one, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll be right back after it finishes. Alright, if it looks like the quality of the videos changes because I switched to my GoPro, and it's going to be a lot easier for me to record everything I'm going to do today in this video. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do everything recording audio through here as I explain everything, but if not, I'll probably try to do like a voiceover or something similar. But first, let's start with the water. So I have my kettle here, and I'm just going to put regular tap water. It's not anything fancy. I don't use show up at the window here. I don't use like brewing salts to change my water chemistry. I just do tap water, and I also use a Camden tablet. To remove the chlorine and chloramine. So let's start it out. So next up, I need to not sterilize, but take out the chlorine, chloramines, and I use Camden tablets. You can see that right there. So one of these tablets is for 20 gallons. I'm only doing 2.5, so that's a quarter. I'm gonna need a quarter of this. So now I'm starting to heat up my strike water. I need to wait until this gets to 156 so I can put it in. And yeah, so the primary method that I use for brewing is brew in a bag. It's easy, it's not as hard, and it's easier on cleanup. Just gotta make sure that this thermometer is in there tight enough. So this is the grain I'm going to be using. I'm just going to pour this whole thing straight into the kettle when the strike temp is up, and yeah, that's it. Alright, temperature's good, time to mash in. Okay. Now it's time to cover. All right, now that the water has reached its strike temperature, I added all the grain, and now I think the temperature kind of shifts down. Whoops. The temperature shifts down a bit. This is the Current temperature that I have inside is 153, but this has been reading low compared to my other meat thermometer. So I think at 153 it should be okay. But I'll periodically check. I have the stove set to a really low temperature, so it still provides some heat because there is going to be a little heat loss. Now I'm going to see how this goes. If this drops, if this goes higher than 155, so if it goes to like, yeah, if this goes to 155, this will alarm. So I'll know that maybe that's a little bit too much on the large burner, and I'll probably shift down to a smaller burner. Also, I have a blanket that I've used as insulation for this, but I'm not going to use it right now because I think I'll have enough heat coming through the burner, so I'm not actually going to need to insulate it at all. Periodically, maybe every 10 minutes, I will stir the wort or the mash, and so at least the water is evenly heated. But that's about it. It's not going to be too crazy. So I have about an hour to kill. I'm going to start setting up my hop edition. I already have my wort flock ready to go, which is in here. This is during the boil. I also have the firm cap. This is pre-boil, so I'll add this right before it actually goes up to boiling, and then I have to do my hop additions, which I'll probably do now. I just have to weigh it out, so it's not a big problem. Alright, so I took out the grain already from the kettle, put it right there, kind of emptying it out. It's cooling off, and then I can actually throw it away. And then now I am heating up. So now I'm just waiting for the wort to come to a boil. Then I will add the firm cap, and yeah, that should be it. So just gonna be a little bit more. Be right back. Finish the boil. It's time to cool down the wort. First, you just had to. You saw me put in the cooling. Shit, I forgot what it's called. But basically the water cooler, and so I have it set up down here. Water cooler's in here. You have cold water coming from the tap coming to here, and then hot water is exiting out. So I'm aware that this does waste a little bit, or kind of a lot of water, which is why I don't cool it down all the way. I kind of cool it down to a good amount, and then I put it into the fermenter, which has the ice bath, which cools it down. So now I gotta prep the fermenter here, and it's just gonna be sanitizing. I have cleaned it already, so I just need to sanitize everything with some star sand. Put it into the airlock, and then set it up. That way I don't have to worry about it being contaminated when it's time to pour the wort inside. So
time to set up the pump. Well, this is just the submersible pump that came with the kit, the cooling kit. And there. As long as it's covering, it's good. It's good enough. Then here, and we'll snake the cable to over here. And then put a thing just for weight. It doesn't really do anything, but it is a weight. So. And I cut out holes in the sides of the cooler. Primarily why I bought a styrofoam cooler. Okay, next up we're going to set up the temperature control. Have this here. Goes from here into thermal. So, set pitching temperature. Alright, so I have to switch out these bottles. I usually use like just water Gatorade bottles because I don't have enough ice. And I kind of don't want to keep putting ice in here and then emptying out the water. So So I change this out like twice a day. Once in the morning, once at night, and that's it. Alright, so I'm heating up my kettle because I'm going to use this as my bottling kettle, I guess. So I need to sterilize that. Got the bottles set up. They've been clean dried. Haven't been sanitized yet. Here is star sand and water. Doing some mixes. I'm just going to try to use this vanilla extract next. I filled up my bottle of star sand, and then I also have, this is where I'm going to put the beer bottles in.
And that's pretty much my homebrew day. I'm not actually gonna drink the beer. Initially I wanted to have a sort of a tasting like I do for like the side quest, brew quest portions. But I actually drank a little bit too much and I don't have any more left to film like a tasting of it. But so far it tasted okay. I did kind of screw up a little bit on my on the mashing in portion, I believe. The temperature was a little bit too high, so it didn't hit the gravity numbers I wanted, but it was a pretty okay 4% beer in the end. So there's a couple of things I want to do going forward to maximize my, I guess, my brewing, my brew day, I guess, and to not make those simple mistakes. So I'll probably try to implement that in a future video and actually talk about the beer itself. But yes, thank you for sticking through. If you watched all of it up to this point, I appreciate it. And if you like this video, please leave a like down below, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.